Let us get the thoughts of the very thoughtful German football writer Mark Lovell. Mark, you are on the line with us from Frankfurt. You watched it play out. What's worse, Dortmund losing to their arch rivals Bayern or having their former star Götze score a goal?
Yeah, good evening, Mark. As you mentioned, a real blow for Dortmund, not only losing to their bitter rivals Bayern Munich 3-0, but their former star Mario Götze adding insult to injury with the opening goal. He was on the bench for 56 minutes. He was on the pitch for 10 minutes, and it just took him those 10 minutes to score the opening goal. And what a classy finish it was. And from that moment on, Bayern's defence held firm, and their two late goals finished it off. Adding to their unbeaten run, 38 games now in the Bundesliga.
It's only November, Mark, but is Bayern on their way to another Bundesliga crown, do you think?
Absolutely, Mark. It's a near certainty now. I think, Pep Guardiola's really doing everything well in Bayern. There's only one winner of the Bundesliga this season, and that's Bayern Munich.
Let's talk about the other side of the equation. How did injuries factor in for Dortmund, or are there bigger issues for Klopp and company?
Well, that's the third defeat in a row for Dortmund. They lost to Arsenal, Wolfsburg, and now Bayern Munich. So problems for Jurgen Klopp. He's got three of his main defenders missing in Hummels, Subotic, and Schmelzer, and he's got a real important game coming up in the Champions League on Tuesday against Napoli. They need to win that to, keep going in the Champions League, and these are critical times for Dortmund.
He has his eye on German football. He's always welcome on World Sport. Mark Lovell, thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Mark.
A multilingual Mule there, the perfect coach he referenced there. Pep, I want to bring back Mark Lovell. Mark, we've spoken before about the odds on Guardiola winning the lot just like Heinkes did. What in particular makes you think they may just have a chance?
They have a chance with Pep in charge. 38 unbeaten in the Bundesliga. They're favourites for the Champions League. Patrick, rightly so, but history is against them. No team has ever retained the Champions League, so they're going to have to break some more history. But this Bayern side is firing on all cylinders, and not even this Mole incident, which you talked about earlier, is going to slow them down.
Yeah, no team has won the Champions League, retained it in the modern Champions League era. Milan doing it in the old format, of course. But I want to ask you, Mark, you touched upon that apparent internal security breach. Intriguing story. I'm fascinated by it. Just how deep will Pep have to dig to find this Mole, do you think?
It's going to be interesting to see how it pans out, Patrick. He's threatened already that he'll never play for the club again. It'll be interesting to see if it's one of his star players, if it ever gets out, of course, if he is true to his word and that player is banished from the club. But it's upset Pep, and it's going to be interesting to see how it pans out. But the bosses at Bayern have already tried to play it down and push everyone in the same direction. And Bayern have really, they're coasted through this group, and they're coasting at the top of the Bundesliga, and everything going in their direction, and this isn't going to slow them down much.
Yeah, player, coaching staff, fly on the wall, who knows. Mark Lovell, many thanks for joining us. We appreciate it.